Hello, this is World University and Schools, MIT OpenCourseWare Centric Wiki, WUAS, World University and Schools News and Monthly Business Meeting, loosely conducted in the manner of Quakers. I'm holding up a sticker with the URLs presently for World University and School, worlduniversityandschool.org, also on Twitter, twitter.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH, and the Academic Press and WUS Educational Services Stores URL, worlduniversityandschool.org/academicpress.html, and the Twitter feed, twitter.com/WUAS Press, PRESS. So as we wait to see if people will join this open monthly business meeting on August 17th, 2024, Saturday at noon Eastern Time, let me begin with the agenda for World University and School. So MIT OpenCourseWare Centric Wiki, World University and School is glad for the engagement of Grow with Google. And also this incredible hashtag Tulify AI WUAS, hashtag Peter Norvig article titled Revolutionizing Education with Machine Learning and AI, World University in School, as well as studying enjoyment in learning as flow, the psychology of optimal experience processes mentioned in this Tulify AI WUAS article on revolutionizing education with machine learning and AI, World University in School. And World University in School begins we became a nonprofit 501c3 in 2010, and we're continuing to grow. Newly, as World University and School seeks to accredit potentially with Grow with Google and possibly the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Google headquarters office, as I seek to move back to a newly safe San Francisco Bay Area in 2024 as well. We have the green light from Middle States Commission on Higher Education Accreditation Agency, with offices in the state of Pennsylvania in the greater Philadelphia area, and which accredits universities in 5 Eastern Seaboard states. And we also have the green light, and we have authorization already from the state of Pennsylvania's Department of Education, but we haven't paid the fees yet for these, and we haven't done any very much paperwork or documentation for this either. So agenda item 1, it would be great to grow at World University and School at WUS Press with blog.google's newsletter, blog.google, you can find it at. And regarding a recent newsletter from them with a focus on partly smartphones and Gemini artificial intelligence. Check out this recent newsletter from them. And particularly, it would be great to grow World University and School and the WUS Press with blog.google's newsletter as WUS students matriculate from home and possibly in a realistic virtual home. Think Google Street View with Time Slider, Maps, Earth, as classrooms and field sites accessible in the home, possibly as multimedia rooms, possibly a realistic virtual Earth of people's homes in which they're studying in for the next possible 4 years, as realistic virtual Earth, IT, information technologies, and per Peter Norvig's great Tulify AIWUS article in particular iterates and improves. All of this for World University and School and the WUS Press may grow further with, for example, blog.google's newsletter. That's also a set of tweets. And there's, in creating this set of tweets with the blog.google newsletter, Google's name logo pops up on Twitter for the 7 tweets that I made from this. Check them out. So WUS's next step, we received a subsequent email from Grow with Google, Pittsburgh, PA, Coursera platform, I think. The Grow with Google meetup that World University and School attended on Tuesday, July 30th, 2024 at Bakery Square in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in the Google headquarters there. And thanks, this is a set of tweets in these regards. Thanks to hashtag Grow with Google PGH meetup on Tuesday, 7/30/24. Quote, first, how about adding the CC4 licensed, like CC4 ocw.mit.edu, free this is the name of a course from Google, hashtag CS first, hashtag with Google at World University and School course for WUAS credit to the Google Coursera Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania platform. So their next step email asked in some ways what the next step is in regards to, I think, Google's Coursera platform in Pittsburgh. They have one course on it. This course was announced in the Google Grow with Google meetup, Pittsburgh meetup on 7/30/24, Google's AI Essentials. And this next step email suggested further steps for the Coursera platform. And I'm inquiring whether CS First with Google at World University and School course will name it at World University and School because it's CC4 licensed, and we'd like to offer it as a way for students to matriculate into World University and School. So students could, Pennsylvania potentially, Pittsburgh, online from home, take this CS First with Google at World University and School CC4 licensed course, learning the Scratch programming language from the Coursera platform, and matriculate into World University and School upon completion of this course, drag and drop visual programming language, as World University and School further develops with accreditation, Middle States Commission on Higher Education, potentially with Grow with Google Pittsburgh doing the WUS accreditation out of Pennsylvania. So this is an interesting possible next step for World University and School to develop with Grow with Google Pittsburgh, potentially on the Google Coursera platform, with students taking the CS First with Google course, learning the Scratch programming language, to matriculate in for free 4-year accrediting WUS MIT OpenCourseWare centric WS degrees, or 2-year AAAS degrees, or potentially even PhD degrees or master's degrees. Thinking-wise, from this possible Google Coursera platform with a World University and School CS First with Google course on it as WUS accredits. Middle States Commission on Higher Education accredits universities. They don't, as I understand it, accredit courses. But also, in World University and School, having been in communication with Middle States Commission on Higher Education for nearly 2 years, the 2 years I've been in asylum in Western Pennsylvania, from the San Francisco Bay Area, World University and School is interested not only in planning for WUS accreditation with Middle States Commission on Higher Education. We have the green light from them for the 5 states, US states that Middle States Commission on Higher Education is in, but also anticipating students from all 200 countries, first in English, matriculating for free WUS degrees from their countries, from their homes, because we're accredited with Middle States Commission on Higher Education. And such that potentially World University and School could also seek reimbursement from the 5 US states that Middle States Commission on Higher Education credits universities in, for example, but also potentially from the departments of education, not only in those 5 US states and all 50 US states for students matriculating from their homes in these states, but from departments of education in from all 200 countries. So World University and School with accreditation may be able to seek, as an accrediting university, reimbursement from departments of education, thanks to these next steps with accreditation and potentially in growing with Google. Agenda item 1.2. So one of the further steps regarding students possibly matriculating in from home, potentially think in terms of Pennsylvanian students, is the possibility for students to take, matriculate in not only with the CS First with Google Scratch programming course, learning the Scratch programming language that works with Lego robotics. And I'm holding up a Lego Spike Prime robotic build of a cart in the video here. But in what ways could students also perhaps take the Lego tutorial, Lego Spike Prime Robotics Kit tutorial, to build robots as a kind of course, also with matriculating in with upon completion of building Lego robotics, Lego robots that work with this Scratch programming language. There's a play aspect here where students may be able to play in to enrolling for free MIT OpenCourseWare centric WUS degrees, also building on Google courses, all CC4 licensed potentially, as World University and School further develops with Grow with Google. Further, agenda item 1B, in what ways could playing with Lego Spike Prime Robotics kits with the Scratch programming language to matriculate in, possibly with a career focus upon getting a degree, develop in a realistic virtual Earth for Lego robotics. Think Google Street View with Time Slider Maps Earth for all the added benefits of online virtual robotics, Lego robotics building with machine learning and similar artificial intelligence. So agenda item 1C, in these regards, there's a Getting Unstuck, Harvard Graduate School of Education's Twitter post from a couple of years ago regarding learning and in a way theorizing about getting unstuck, helping students get unstuck in learning situations. Check out the Harvard website, gettingunstuck.gse.harvard.edu. And regarding potentially, how would one get students unstuck if they were studying from home and taking Lego robotics kits courses to learn not only robotics, but computer science, and they got stuck. And also, while further developing courses that are playful and so much fun to take, like potentially making robots and programming them with the Scratch programming language. But interestingly, I'm holding up the robotic build again that I made from Lego Spike Prime Robotics Kit. I'm not finding it so much fun to play making robots and programming them with Scratch at home on my own, in thinking through how World University and School might develop with a focus on enjoyment in learning and studying this per Csikszentmihalyi's book, Flow, the Psychology of Optimal Experience, and Peter Norvig's Tulify AIWS article as well. It's a bit isolating. And one of the questions further is how to develop approaches to making further Lego Spike Prime Robotics kits, tutorials possibly, fun. And would a humanoid robot, possibly virtual at first, such as that which is suggested in the Nobel Literature Prize laureate Kazuo Ishiguro, his book from 2021, Clara and the Sun, such that could we possibly first an online humanoid digital robot as an artificial friend, AF, that's Kazuo Ishiguro's term for humanoid robot named Clara in the book, Clara and the Sun, could, in what ways, such playful, possibly even teachers, develop first online on a computer screen to play with individuals, taking Lego robotics kits, building process and their tutorials at home to matriculate in for free online WS MIT OpenCourseWare centric degrees. And also, item 1E, recently, there was a tweet from Google Artificial Intelligence. Google AI is the Twitter feed, at GOOGLE-AI, which mentions the emergence of programming blocks for machine learning. So not moving beyond the Scratch programming language blocks, those pretty colorful blocks that help one program either sprites online or program the robot builds one makes. And the tweet reads from Google AI, meet Ruofei Du, who leads interactive perception and graphics at Google AR, augmented reality, driving innovation with a belief that, quote, everyone can make a better world with inventions. One of his most notable projects includes visual blocks for machine learning by achieving no-code machine learning workflows. So in what ways can World University and Schools, online free degrees and matriculating in also to World University and School for students from their homes, from all 200 countries, help students learn machine learning processes with building Lego robot builds with Lego Spike Prime Robotics Kit, and potentially with these iterating visual blocks for machine learning. It's part of these free WUS MIT OpenCourseware centric WUS degrees from home. Let's see what develops as we further seek to accredit with Middle States Commission on Higher Education and collaborate with Grow with Google, and potentially also with a hashtag realistic virtual earth, hashtag for machine learning. So much of this thinking emerges potentially further from Peter Norvig's Toolify AI WUS article, approach to potentially, I think, engaging my blogs over the years to develop these questions further about MIT OpenCourseware, language diversity, a realistic virtual earth, studying enjoyment in education, and potentially as World University and School also seeks to develop our degrees to be possibly working within school systems, all 200 countries' school systems, so that students might graduate from high school and revolutionizing education with machine learning and artificial intelligence, World University and School, World University and School might become accessible to the recent high school graduates for four-year accrediting WUS degrees, as well as two-year AAAS degrees and PhD degrees and master's degrees and medical doctor degrees and law degrees and IB high school degrees and similar, again, in all 200 countries and in their main languages. And regarding a further coming into conversation in this agenda item with Grow with Google, this is part of an email to Grow with Google, how best in some of these regards, regarding our other WUAS wing, the WUS Corporation, with the WUS Educational Services Stores for books and robotics, etc., how best to build out the first physical digital WUS Educational Services Stores for books and robotics, perhaps flagship one on Walnut Street in Shadyside Community in Pittsburgh, PA, in some of these regards, and dovetailing with making matriculation in with playing to World University and School, playing with robots and playing with programming possible for students from home. And as we build out our WUS Educational Services Stores for books and robotics and computers and groceries too, and retail and department stores, how could we, and an academic press for books in all 7,000 languages, possibly publishing books from a realistic virtual earth. How could we do outreach? How could World University and School, the WUS, do outreach from these physical digital WUS Educational Services Stores in Pittsburgh, possibly on Walnut Street, possibly 30 or so stores, much like Subway stores in the Pittsburgh area, all spread out around different neighborhoods to make WS Educational Services Stores resources for books and computers and robotics and groceries available to students across the city, such that World University and School free online degrees might become, students might learn about them from such stores. And there's a business plan for the WS Educational Services Stores for books, computers, robotics, plus from 2024. Check it out in both blog posts for today's WS Monthly Business Meeting. And another agenda item 1.3a regarding building out the physical digital WS educational services stores for books and robotics, potentially with the San Francisco-based Airtable's databases and AI company. So with the new AI and ML, artificial intelligence and machine learning for retail, they may be developing. And for example, beyond Walmart's and similar. And so, for example, for the Harvard.com bookstore in Cambridge, Massachusetts, which bookstore is not affiliated with Harvard University officially, as I understand it. That is, it's a privately owned bookstore, a privately owned company. In what ways could our physical digital WS educational services stores, Pittsburgh, build out with Airtable's SF databases, which I think inform the Harvard bookstores databases? So thanks to Grow with Google meetup on July 30th, 2024. And on to the next agenda item. Agenda item 2. This is having met in the Dolly Sods Wilderness area in West Virginia on Sunday, August 4th, 2024, a Telugu language speaker, and regarding Telugu language WUAS for Indians much in India, as well as meeting a speaker of Spanish from Peru, so a Peruvian, how to grow Telugu language WUS in India and Peru World University and School in Peru in Spanish in some of these regards. There are approximately 95 million speakers of Telugu, the Telugu language, in Southeast India. It has a coastline as well. And World University and School would like to grow in all 22 official languages in in India, and potentially relating to the next agenda item 2, with offering WUS degrees for growing WUAS in the Telugu language on both sides of both wings of World University and School. World University and School would also like to grow in Peru World University in Peru, not only in Spanish, but for example, in Aymara and Quechua languages. Meeting these two people in the Dolly Sods Wilderness area, West Virginia, on August 4th, 2024, opened the fascinating possibility of how possibly to work with them. We exchanged email addresses to develop World University and School in India, in Peru, in these languages. Stay tuned. And in communicating with Vinny and Emmy after our meeting via email, I also shared with them a little bit about World University and School's aging reversal focus and extreme longevity focus, with some tweets, potentially developing this research in a realistic virtual Earth with some further tweets, and in a realistic virtual Earth for STEM. So agenda item 3, the Telugu language World University and School opportunity to develop this, further developed in meeting another Telugu speaker in a Moon Township Public Library about a week ago, who came to the United States from, I think, Andhra Pradesh in Southeast India, in South India, first to Florida, and got a master's degree there in computer science and information technologies, and is interested in a possible MBA degree, and is taking the GMAT, preparing to take the graduate mathematics aptitude test exam. And that's what she was doing when I met her in the Moon Township Public Library. And great to meet Salma Yasmin in this Moon Township Public Library, and to realize that in our conversation that she might be very interested in a free MIT OpenCourseware centric WUAS MBA degree with an entrepreneurship focus, a hashtag WUS entrepreneurship focus, and such that as we begin to accredit as a university and offer possibly MIT OpenCourseware centric Sloan School of Management and MIT Creative Commons 4 license courses toward a free WUAS MBA, she might be interested in both the accreditation aspect, because then her degree would be from World University and School, but possibly would have some value. But in our conversation, it occurred to me to find out whether she might be interested in doing a 2-year WUS MBA to begin the WUS educational services stores in the Telugu language areas of India, along the southeast coast of India and Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, those states or regions of India. So we talked about this at some length, and there's a blog post at Turnagaram Wildlife Sanctuary. It begins on Tuesday, August 6th, 2024, in my blog, scott-mcleod.blogspot.com, from August of 2024 at Turnagaram Wildlife Sanctuary in the Telangana state of India. Check it out. And Salma was very interested potentially in free accrediting World University and School WUS MBA, it seemed to me, as well as potentially the entrepreneurship opportunity to start the WUS educational services stores in Southeast India in the Telugu language, possibly, and write her or develop her MBA, say 2-year MBA, 3 courses a term, so 12 courses a year, 2 years, so 24 courses or something like that. And in the process, both get a free WUS MIT OpenCourseware centric WUS MBA degree, but also begin these WUS educational services stores and the academic press possibly also in Southeast India, in the Telugu language. We're in touch, 95 million Telugu speakers, many in South India, and we're exploring this further. 2 related sets of tweets. One reads, "Dear hashtag Salma Yasmin, a free hashtag WUS entrepreneurship, building on the MIT Sloan courseware from MIT OpenCourseware from 2008 for various business administration degrees, a free hashtag WUS entrepreneurship, MIT OpenCourseware centric 2-year hashtag WUS MBA, And check out the entrepreneurship wiki school or wiki subject at World University and School. Developing hashtag WUS educational services stores for hashtag Telugu WUAS, hashtag speakers in India, approximately 95 million people in hashtag Andhra Pradesh, hashtag Telangana, hashtag Yanam district of Puducherry, hashtag Puducherry, also formerly known, I think, as Pondicherry. And with the MIT Sloan Teaching Resources Library image in this set of tweets. I've been using Gemini artificial intelligence to find out more about Telugu language speakers. It's very helpful conversationally, conversational generative artificial intelligence. Have you tried Gemini AI, asking it questions? Check it out. In these regards, agenda item 3.1, asked hashtag Google Voice AI how many hashtag Telugu speakers there are and where are they? And hashtag Salma Yasmin, a free hashtag WUS entrepreneurship 2-year hashtag WUS MBA in entrepreneurship at World University and School with the Wiki School subject page, developing hashtag WUS educational services stores at the WUS Press for hashtag Telugu WUS, with approximately 95 million Telugu language speakers. Fascinating set of possibilities. Agenda item 4 in the remaining 23 minutes. So this relates to a recent conference on this past Thursday and Friday, just 2 days ago and yesterday, with Stanford Medicine on cardiovascular research, and bringing the 4 universities of Stanford, University of Arizona, Morehouse University in Georgia, and the University of Alabama at Birmingham, a cardiovascular research symposium. And this agenda item 4 further has to do with how to develop hashtag realistic virtual earth for hashtag cardiovascular research. I think heart disease is still not the biggest cause of mortality in the USA, biggest killer in the USA. It's one of them. Important area to continue to focus on with medical research, and especially in diverse contexts. And one of the fascinating things about many of the speakers in this Stanford Medicine Cardiovascular Research Conference was that they came from many, many different countries, and seeming to speak many first languages that were not English also. So in reaching out to them afterward, I shared about World University and School in various nation states, a realistic virtual earth for cardiovascular research, and regarding how we might develop 200 possible World University medical schools in all 200 countries, and in many of the countries therein, some of which are quite poor, I think, and which probably do not have the hospital facilities and teaching opportunities that the USA has, and how further to develop 200 online teaching hospitals at World University and School. Check out the wiki schools, wiki subjects, the beginning wiki schools for those, wiki.worlduniversityandschool.org/wiki/World University Medical School in 200 countries planned. And possibly even with medical schools, some of them in Toyota ambulance vans, possibly even for surgery. And with even, brainstorming wise, THR3 humanoid robots, Toyota humanoid 3 robot, THR3, and similar, and further as MD professors. So humanoid robots as MD professors, and of surgery, and all academic medicine specialties. So potentially for telerobotic heart surgery in all 200 countries, possibly even in the back of a Toyota ambulance van as a medical school and teaching hospital, as well as with hashtag avatar agent electronic health records, and potentially for all 7.9 billion people on the planet, electronic health records that World University and School seeks to develop for all 7.9 billion people on the planet, from you at World University wiki subject, and with a hashtag realistic virtual earth for surgery too. And think Google Street View with time slider at the G Street View, hashtag G Cell View, and hashtag G Molecular View levels, and more levels. So WS is also planning to develop online, not only decentralized clinical trials, RCTs, but distributed RCTs. And for speakers of all 7,164 known living languages, from clinical trials at WUS for all languages, right now a wiki subject page, and with an hashtag aging reversal and hashtag extreme longevity, hashtag genetic therapies focus, as well as in a hashtag realistic virtual earth for genetics. Think AlphaFold 3 server for predicting the structure at the molecular level of all known molecules of life. And see this incredible, again, hashtag Tulify AIWUS article from Peter Norvig with regards to a hashtag realistic virtual earth, which World University and School has been seeking to develop for probably 15 years longer, probably 25 years, starting with a realistic virtual Harbin Hot Springs and doing field work in a focused way in around the year 2005 at physical Harbin Hot Springs. So a hashtag realistic virtual earth in something like Google Street View with time slider, Google Earth, Google Maps, with conceptually the 3D group buildable virtual world of Second Life, so that we could all build it together, as well as it possibly emerging from a Grow with Google WUS collaboration. Dr. Victor Tsao, who is the president of the National Academy for Medicine, NAM, with echoes of the Vietnam War, gave a keynote opening talk. And he talked about 5 broad proposals for action and how might World University and School help with a realistic virtual earth in our clinical trials for speakers of all 7,164 known living languages in some of these regards. So thanks again so much for the informative Stanford, Arizona, Morehouse, UAB Cardiovascular Research Symposium 2024. Created a set of tweets in these regards. So thanks, Dr. Victor DZAU and Stanford professor, hashtag Lata Palaniappan, MD, and Stanford Cardiovascular Institute and University of Arizona Cardiovascular Institute or similar, and Morehouse Medical School and University of Alabama, Birmingham for this excellent CVI symposium. How could World University and School help with this incredible Tulify AI Peter Norvig article in A Realistic Virtual Earth for #cardiovascular research. Check it out on Twitter. Retweeting Stanford Cardiovascular Institute's Twitter post with a picture of all the presenters at this great symposium. Agenda item 5. So check out the WUS News and Question and Answers in August and July 2024. It meets the WS News and Question and Answer session meets on Mondays at 10 a.m. generally, Eastern time. And I typically upload the WS News and Question and Answer recording to the main World University and School YouTube channel, youtube.com/videos/Scott McLeod World University. And there are 4 of them, of these recordings from Monday, August 12th, 2024, the recording of the WS News and Question and Answer, and the recording from August 5th, 2024, with relating blog posts in both blogs, and the July 29th, 2024, World University and School WS News and Question and Answer, and the July 22nd, 2024, WS News and Question and Answer. Check out those agenda items. Check out the video. Check out the news and question and answer from World University and School on a weekly basis. So moving now to the WUS Corporation, the other wing of World University and School, in the remaining approximately 10 minutes. This is the second of 2 WUAS wings. It's a for-profit general stock company, legal entity in California that in many ways became further, in a beginning way, fully operational just this summer, 2024. We became a for-profit general stock company legal entity in the state of California in 2017. It's the second wing. The first wing is a 501c3, which World University and School became in 2010. Remarkable synergies between them. And we just finished some further paying of resources and to the state of California's Franchise Tax Board for the WS Corporation as the state of California develops its iterating databases, as I understand this. So the WS Corporation is now further fully operational, even as further information technologies in the state of California develop. So right now, we're both a nonprofit 501c3 on the one hand. That's sort of the main part of World University and School. And we're also a for-profit general stock company in the state of California, legal entity that complements. Both are planned in 200 countries. Both are planned for speakers of 7,164 known living languages. Both are fully operational. And I just came in communication with GuideStar people, now maybe called Candid people, which focuses on, I think, the information technologies for 501c3s. And World University and School will, with this paying, I think, of the fees for a statement of information for the WS Corporation on the WS Corporation wing, be able to also potentially fundraise and seek grants on the nonprofit 501c3 World University and School wing. as these two wings develop and as their information technologies with artificial intelligence and machine learning develop, some of the ambiguities for World University and School and WS Corp will lessen because of the actual creation of platforms and programming and coding for both of these wings as they work with legal systems, the legal systems in the state of California for both wings, and the legal system for the US federal government, the 501c3 and related information technologies, thanks to the US federal government and World University and School being a nonprofit, tax-exempt public charity as our main wing. So 3 agenda items here on the WS Corporation, WS Press wing. Agenda item A, raising further questions about Chase Bank, Shadyside, and loans to the WS Corporation, to the WS Educational Services stores, bookstores, computer stores, robotic stores, grocery stores, department and retail stores, potentially not only on Walnut Street in Shadyside community of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but in all 200 countries and in their main languages. Having received another Stanford Latino Business Action Network, L-band, curated coaching in partnership with Chase Bank, JP Morgan Chase Bank, session opportunity to sign up for, and having filled out for the last one, the attract and retain customers pre-work form, which I shared with all approximately 1,800 people. I announced this WS News, this WS Monthly Business Meeting too via email on Thursday and Friday, just 2 days ago and yesterday. Check out the attract and retain customers pre-work as World University and School continues to seek to develop WS Educational Service stores with possible loans from Chase Bank, JP Morgan Chase Bank loans to the WS Corporation, and agenda item A2, with possibly WUAS grow with Google. So these recent developments come on having WS World University and School having attended this Grow with Google workshop meetup in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Google headquarters on July 30th, 2024. Agenda item B. So further thinking about the WUS Educational Services stores, hashtag WUS Educational Services stores in 4+ sizes, and in all 200 countries, a large size, possibly like hashtag IKEA furniture store, which largest stores I think have 300,000 square feet, 2 levels, and are remarkably designed, brilliantly designed, very smartly designed. And a medium-sized store, hashtag Walmart, which I think perhaps their largest ones may average 180,000 square feet. And a small store for World University and School WS Educational Services stores, possibly Subway restaurant stores or Aldi grocery stores. Subway restaurant stores, I think in the US, many are possibly 2,000 square feet. In India, some Subway restaurants are smaller, possibly 300 square feet. And very small size, possibly in Toyota Sienna vans. So mobile stores. And lastly, possibly in robots, in robotic bookshelves on wheels, or think vending machines as well in the US, such that all of these three to five sizes of WS Educational Services stores might make available Lego robotics kits from World University and School, possibly the robotic bookshelves on wheels in possibly Subway restaurants or Aldi's grocery stores or in World University and School stores, making them available to all the customers that come into these stores through a robotic bookshelf on wheels, a kind of vending machine that could take care of itself, and not only make Lego robotics kits boxes available in a whole variety of stores, but also books and computers even out of a kind of robotic bookshelf on wheels that could possibly refill itself on its own with a truck coming up to the store's doors in off hours and it all becoming automated. So set of tweets in these regards reads the hashtag WS Educational Services stores in 4+ sizes, large IKEA, medium Walmart, small Subway, and e.g. in India, which would be smaller Subways, and very small Toyota's hashtag Siennas, and very, very small and robotic hashtag robotic bookshelves on wheels, and even in hashtag yachts or on sailboats, and for hashtag WUS Lego robotics kits and WUS books, and possibly design some of these WUS Educational Services stores also for WUAS meetups of prospective matriculating students for free MIT OpenCourseware centric WUS degrees in all 200 countries. And in these regards, there's a video of possibly suggestive of a hashtag robotic bookshelves on wheels, and a second set of tweets. Small hashtag WUS Educational Services stores as hashtag robotic bookshelves on wheels for hashtag WS Lego robotics kits and hashtag WS books in hashtag Toyota Siennas. This would be for also in hashtag Subway restaurants, brainstorming wise, of which there are 20,300 in the US, and for hashtag WUAS sales. So we would like our stores to be successful sales-wise, and also for hashtag WUAS outreach to hashtag WUAS students for free MIT OpenCourseware centric WUS degrees from home in all 200 countries. A last agenda item C. So this has to do with Stanford MindPi cryptocurrency and a new Pi digital wallet with tokens, an aspect of the coding of Stanford MindPi, all accessible through the Stanford MindPi cryptocurrency app or application available via smartphones, so not via laptops, as I understand it. So, and in the WS Corporation planning to code for all 7.9 billion people on the planet, each a Wikidata PIN number from the Wiki's subject page, wiki.worlduniversityandschool.org/wiki/u@worlduniversity. So the digital wallet with tokens, getting these through the Pi app, which I just did on Wednesday or Thursday this past week, is another step in Stanford MindPi's developments, and potentially will make it possible to buy and sell things with Stanford MindPi cryptocurrency as the Pi cryptocurrency platform joins the mainnet, develops blockchain technologies further. For the end user, this is all through the Pi cryptocurrency app or application on one's smartphone. And World University and School has gone through a previous step before the new digital wallet with tokens some months ago, the KYC, the Stanford Mind Pi cryptocurrency KYC, know your customer process. And both of these steps allow me, for example, further to grow my Pi cryptocurrency accumulation on my smartphone, eventually such that I could begin to buy and sell things with it. And also further, as World University and School and the WS Corporation in particular seeks to develop and code for all 7.9 billion people, potentially to end poverty, but also to create free universal education in among speakers of all 7,164 known living languages, with large language models too. In addition to free to students online MIT open course centric WUAS degrees in each of all 200 countries, and for speakers of their main languages, potentially reimbursed from countries' departments of education with Pi cryptocurrency too. So further, in some of these regards, and with my own credit card having possibly due to egregious misconduct by a Chase Bank employee at Chase Bank Wilkinsburg 15221 in cahoots with possibly a grocery store, Trader Joe's, in Pittsburgh as well, which let me know that my account was closed on February 28th, 2024. Perhaps because my Chase credit card at the time wasn't hadn't grown with security coding. So is a newly securely coded Chase credit card, possibly even with Stanford Mind Pi cryptocurrency tokens built in, and you can get free Mind Pi cryptocurrency with this invitation, mindpi.com/SGKMAC, emerging in such a way that we might be able to use our credit cards when such a new credit card, possibly with Stanford Mind Pi, this is all brainstorming wise and questioning wise, emerges as financial systems, as Chase Bank, as various companies that accept credit cards, systems all develop their platforms, their information technologies for security, for privacy, with AI and machine learning, and with US federal government oversight, potentially. Chase Bank is in 100 out of about 200 countries, and World University and School would like to potentially develop in all 200 countries. The WS Corporation would like to possibly accept purchases from national banks from all 200 countries for possibly our partnering with WS Corporation, partnering with Stanford Mind Pi cryptocurrency, and as World University and School, the WS Corporation seeks to possibly seek reimbursement, not only in US dollars from all 200 countries' departments of education, but also possibly in Stanford Mind Pi cryptocurrency, and possibly with even Pi cryptocurrency being used in our WUS educational services stores in all 200 countries and in their main languages. So that's the WS News and Question and Answer. The WS monthly business meeting today, August 17th, 2024. I'll post the recording of this to both our main WS YouTube channel, youtube.com/videos/Scott McCloud World University, and our main Twitters, twitter.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH and twitter.com/WUAS Press. I'm seeking to develop my, finish writing my 6th book, Society, Information Technology in the Global University, and then get into my 7th book, a second Carbon Hot Springs Physical Digital Ethnographic book project that could also be published not only to paper from Google Street View with Time Slider, but also in a new digital format where people might be able to enter into a realistic virtual Harbin Hot Springs and for World University and school research purposes, as well as entering into a book. That's kind of agenda item D. So until the next WUAS news and question and answer on September 2nd at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, there will be no WS news and question and answer next week or the following Monday. So no WS news and question and answer on the 26th. Actually, so there will be no WS news and question and answer on the August the 19th, this Monday, or August the 26th, the following Monday, but there will be the next WS news and question and answer on September 2nd, Monday at 10 a.m. Until that time, stay in touch via Twitter and the blogs, as well as our main active YouTube channel. worlduniversityandschool.org is our website. Until next time.